Although over 2,400 lives were lost on September 21, 1999, in one of the nation's most catastrophic earthquakes, it also demonstrated the willingness of Taiwan citizens to help one another in times of crisis. Now, 14 years on, we take a look at how some mountain forests, which were left barren and desolate after the tremor, have been restored back to life.
Whenever landslides or other situations occurred, we obtain coordinates using GPS, and once there, we capture images.
Traveling 60 kilometers crossing mountains each day comes easy for Shen Bo-neng. Having spent half of his life in the woods, the devastation brought by the 91 earthquake 14 years ago still lives fresh in his memories.
In an instant, all the trees on the trails disappeared. The area affected by the landslide was big. Where the land is unleveled, landslides continue to occur whenever there are heavy winds or rain. Complete restoration won't happen so soon.
前面有根倒木哦。
好，我先呼叫一下。乌敏呼叫，我现在跟沈大哥哈，已经到林道这边有发现一个倒木哦。
Wu Ming, an indigenous tribe member, was born and grew up in Nantou's Ren'ai Township. Here, he oversees 1,200 hectares of forest.
The area we patrol is close to our tribal village. First, we can prevent it from excessive cultivation. And if there is illegal logging, indirectly, I can also protect my tribe from harm.
Wu Ming says man and nature, in fact, share a symbiotic bond.
I can relate to what our ancestors said, that we should hold nature in awe and reverence.
Many forest compartments are unreachable, which shows just how big these mountains are and how vast these forests stretch.
Frequent earthquakes have disrupted the balance of the entire underground stratum, and irregular weather patterns in recent years have resulted in heavy rains and typhoons bringing massive rainfall, which could easily result in a landslide in mountainous areas.
Instability in the geological structure and climate change have resulted in the frequent occurrence of natural disasters.
Looking at it now, although the Earth's surface is covered with grass, however, if we look closer, you see there are rocks here. They was obviously washed down during a landslide. This is Huanghu Road by Sun Moon Lake. Each time a typhoon and storm passes through, massive landslides will occur in this mountain region. Hence, nature's resistance cannot be ignored. After a landslide occurs, some slopes will be steeper. We employ a stacking and watering method and use seedlings which have a faster sprout rate, such as Lagostomia subcostata. We drive a pole into the soil and it will sprout and grow into Lagostromia subcostata.
Using a natural method to rehabilitate the mountains, the 8.4-kilometer point on the provincial Highway 21 that was destroyed by earthquakes and typhoons has now turned into a Garden of Eden.
The porosity of wooden fencing is larger, so it's easier for vegetation to grow, allowing for our forests to restore their ecological balance.
It may be decades or centuries before natural habitats may be restored again. After the 921 earthquake devastated Mount Jojo, the government declared it a nature reserve, so to preserve and protect the mountain area.
In the more remote mountain areas where there is less traffic and no direct impact on life and property, natural restoration is the best option.
For billions of years, nature and animal life have been the real inhabitants of our Earth. As natural disasters become ever more frequent, humans ought to discontinue their disruption of the natural balance.